Hey there, adventure friends. Welcome to another beautiful day on the beach.
Ow! Today, we want to do a quick video talking to you about mindset maintenance. Talking about being more aware of your thoughts so that you can feel better in yourself, in your mind, in your body, in all that you put your energy and focus into. If you're building a business, this is gonna make you feel better. If you're a parent, this is gonna make you feel better. If you're a lover, if you are trying to create anything in your life, this is gonna help.
Yeah, so they say that a mind is a terrible thing to waste, probably because it is the single most powerful thing in our lives. Think about this for a second. No one makes you do anything that you don't want to do. You do it voluntarily. Every single thing that we do is done voluntarily, whether or not we think so or not. Now, you may be telling me right now, Brian, that's a whole load of BS. There's nothing voluntary about what I do. I've got kids, I've got a job, I've got, all these bills. I have to go to my job. I have to be able to support what it is that I'm doing. I'm not gonna argue with you about that. Those are things that probably need to be taken care of. But here's the key differentiator. If you feel like doing something because you have to is required, for instance, let's go down the making money route. If you feel that you've got to go to the job to make money to afford the mortgage, the rent, the car note, the RV note, all the kids, the spouse, and all the things that you like to do, but you hate going to your job every single day, that is a voluntary action that you're actually doing and you're putting yourself into. Now, you're not required to do that. You're not required to go and do something that you hate doing. It is a situation that I've done in the past where I felt like I had to do this certain thing that I hated doing because that was the only way to get to the result that I was wanting. Come to find out, that's not the case.
Yeah, exactly. If you are doing something that you're just dragging your butt to go do, you obviously don't love doing it. I remember as a hairstylist, I was dragging my butt to work every morning. I would wake up and be like, oh, I gotta go back to that place. And even though I love doing hair, I was a great hairstylist. I was busy. I was rolling in the cash. Things were working really nice. For the most part, with my job as a hairstylist, I was stressed out most of the time. I didn't love always working with the people I was working with. Sometimes, when you work with people and you're like, gosh, I would rather never see their face again because they're always miserable or they're always complaining. That was how I was starting to feel. Like sometimes even my clients would come in and all they would do is complain. Because when you're a hairstylist, like probably a lot of different professions, you become a professional therapist that is underpaid, not paid like therapists. So when I went off to Guatemala, I went for an entire month. I really did a lot of soul searching and discovery, and I decided, I was like, man, I can't keep going back. That's when this seedling was planted in my mind that I needed to do something more, that I needed to become more. Well, it took me about 3 years to change my circumstances and to change my situation. But up until that point, I was a volunteer. I kept volunteering to go back into the lifestyle they didn't really want to be living. And there was a pivotal point when I started doing personal development. I think you had the same thing.
Yeah, but this also takes me back and reminds me about when I was a firefighter and I spent, 6 months learning how to become a firefighter. Every single day I was studying and studying and studying to put out fires. But come to find out, there were all sorts of terrible EMS calls, like medical calls and stuff we had to go on that just didn't sit well with me. But I kept going at it because I thought that's what I had to do. And that wraps us to the point that you're just making about there's a pivotal moment where we have this realization that we can choose what it is that we do. If we want to be able to do something that we love, why is it that doctors will spend, 10 years to learn how to do surgeries and stuff, and they'll practice and practice and spend hundreds of $1,000s on it? Why is it that they want to do that? Because there's a purpose that they're going towards. Why is it that lawyers spend about 8 years to become a lawyer? Why is it that dentists spend, as many years as they do becoming dentists? Because they've got something that they are working towards. Now, if you are loving life the way it is right now, that is totally awesome. But if there's something that is just not right, you've got the choice to make a change and to start doing something different. We're not saying quit your jobs, right now. We're not saying take the big leap like we've already done. There was stuff that happened before those leaps were made that set us up for success. It's the training, it's the knowledge that we needed to learn about the online space and everything.
Yeah, and if you go into the mindset with it, I can learn anything. If you really believe in yourself, that you've learned everything in your life up to this point, then you can learn anything moving forward in your life. So if you have an idea and you're not sure what to do with it, guess what? You can learn how to put it all together. That's the easy part. But wrapping your mind around how to do all of that, you've got to do some maintenance. You've got to be aware of your thoughts. You got to take care of you first before you take the plunge into building a business online, or even making big changes in your life, like leaving a relationship for yourself and your sanity, or quitting that job. There's a lot of things that need to happen before that to prepare yourself. So here's a few things you can do to maintain your mind on a daily basis. Listen to personal development, read personal development books, listen to audios, really saturate yourself with positive thinking messages. If you're sitting around watching TV and soaking up things like the news, or listening to talk radio where they're just ranting and rambling and arguing with each other, guess what? You're gonna absorb that crappy negative energy. So it's a choice to listen to something that's super positive, that makes you feel good, that makes you remember who you are and what you're here for.
You like to feel good, right? Exactly. It was when I started to perfuse my mind with positive messages that things started to change. Now, I'm not gonna say that, oh my gosh, all you have to do is just think positively and things will change. No, not quite. That's not gonna get you all the way there. However, when you clear your mind and you're able to start thinking clearly, now we're able to do what's necessary, learn what we need to learn, and implement what's got to be implemented in order to take your idea and turn it into a profit, or do whatever it is that you're wanting to do to make the change. What's crazy is our minds are completely flooded all day long with thousands of messages that are coming across the airwaves, from radio to television to billboards on the side of the street to people yelling in the streets, offering products and services, and even people while we're here at the beach walking up to us trying to sell us stuff. And so there's all sorts of stuff that's going on and clouding your mind. So taking a moment, finding a quiet space where you could put on some really chill music and that has no words and no commercials for, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, where you can just rest your mind and just let thoughts come and go and don't fixate on any of them. That's the act of meditation, is just calming the mind and not actively thinking about any particular thing. Now, this takes practice. It's something that you don't develop overnight. I work at it daily so that I could make this shift within my mind, and that I'm not perfect at the whole meditation things. Like sometimes my mind does become clouded, but by breathing deeply and just laying there with my eyes closed without being disturbed, it truly can take your mind to another place. It's proven that meditating and breathing deeply lowers your blood pressure, and so that puts you into a state of tranquility, of calm and focus, so that you can get to where you'd rather be.
That's right. So if you want to take your mindset development to the next level, we actually created a mini course called the Mindset Magic Method, which you can grab in the description below, completely on the house. The reason we're giving this thing away is because developing the mind has been something that we have been so passionate about, and it's been the only thing that has really allowed us to keep focusing forward on our goals, what we want to create in our life. So we had to share this with you, and that's why we're giving it away for free. So make sure you grab your mini course in the description below. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We love having you, and we love seeing you grow on your journey too.
And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click subscribe and smash that bell to be notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that we come out with a fresh new video that's gonna help you in your life, your relationships, and your business online.
Until next time, friends.
Adventure on.
Adventure on. Bye-bye.